Hi, my name is Tania Crescencio, and I am the Connectivity Fellow here at Woolly Mammoth.
Hi, I'm Malaya Press, and I'm the Development Fellow.
Hello, I'm Fatima Daifan, and I'm the New Work Fellow, and we are the second cohort of the Miranda Family Fellows at Woolly Mammoth. My favorite projects that I've worked on at Woolly have to be the workshops. I think the most memorable for me was Justin Week's Fine Madness workshop. We had Adil Mansour in the room, as well as Christopher Michael Richardson, who called himself the doula of the project. And I loved it because it was just really sweet to have formed a relationship with an artist over a period of time and then get to be the Woolly contact in the room. And it felt like a masterclass for myself, honestly.
There's so many incredible experiences that I've had at Woolly. One of them being working alongside Dwayne and Drew from Spit That DC. I was able to go and be a part of Spit That Academy in DC jail, where I was able to be in the room with incredible minds and be able to facilitate workshops with a unit in the jail. And that in itself was so beautiful, being able to work through ideas and then have everyone showcase their ideas and their speech. And it was such a beautiful experience that I literally would have never been able to accomplish if I wasn't in this fellowship.
This year, I learned from some of my coworkers about community-centric fundraising and the different ways there are to, be a fundraiser at an organization, but also support the larger ecosystem and the larger community. I brought my own idea to support some local artists that we had been supporting and talking with over the past couple of months leading up to Giving Tuesday. And I had this idea, and it's not standard for Giving Tuesday, but the team here was so supportive of it, and it was really cool to have this project that was my idea and have the staff support it and give me feedback and work with me on being able to directly support some artists.
Over the course of this fellowship, I think I have grown a lot in my confidence. I would say I'm a confident person in general. You'd be trying to put it on, but I felt like it gave me room to not try, but to genuinely be and to be my complete self, as quirky, as deep in my feelings, as knowledgeable as I feel, and really present that, as well as presenting it to other people and knowing how to connect with people.
I always think of myself as a perfectionist. During this course of this fellowship, I realized that that's not okay, and that it's okay to make mistakes, and that it's okay to be who I really am, whether it's being funny, whether it's being shy, whether it's being emotional.
Coming from a background in the arts, there's an element of competition and scarcity sometimes, and we talk a lot about working against that and working against perfectionism because it is an impossible standard. And I think I've learned a lot, about being more patient and kind with myself and the folks that I'm working with, and being open to, even if we're not working together, just people in my community in general. I think I've learned so much.
Now I'm drawn most to producing, but I also understand that you have to know almost everything to be a really strong producer. But it's been really beautiful to see how Maria and the artistic team interact with New Work to have a true mission of what artistic innovation looks like in the industry. And I think that producing is the place where you're making sure that people are taken care of, you're making sure that the playwrights and the narratives or stories are told in a healthy and authentic way to those people. So I'm excited to go out into the world and find more artists and put up more work.
Something that I realized that I'm very passionate about is creating spaces for underrepresented communities. I want to go into programming and to be alongside my community because my community is suffering and we need more spaces that elevate our voices.
There are positions in this industry that get to learn from and work with and support folks in all different departments, and I'm really interested in continuing to make that a part of my everyday life. Recently we had a summit for all of the Miranda Family Fellows around the country, and the three of us just got to hang out, and I've also like gone to drag shows for my coworkers. I've been to karaoke night. Like there's just like so many wonderful people involved with Woolly, whether they're core partners, whether they're staff, and I think that those have been really special moments.
I will remember most hanging out with the fellows on our trips. I just remember like traveling is something that sticks with me. Just being in the Ubers and we all have to sit like 3 in a row in the back and we're all the same height. So it's like, who gets to sit in the middle this time? But just hanging out with them was like just really beautiful.
We've shared so much over this past year, truly, and being able to form a close and authentic and intense relationship really is part of Woolly and why I love it and why I love this fellowship.